Memories of Fire. Tyrone's statement to the police. November 8th. Tyrone Mills, my name is Officer Casey, and I'd like to ask you a few questions. I understand you were in the car involved in the accident last night. I know you are upset, but it is necessary that we complete this report while the facts are still fresh in your mind. I'd like for you to tell me, in as much detail as possible, what happened last night. Well, the game was over about 9:30, and we was all in a good mood 'cause we won big by something like 40 points. So we was gonna celebrate. Me and BJ and Andy and Rob, we left after we all got changed. Gerald was gonna come with us. Yeah, Gerald Nickleby. But he had to go home. His stepfather beats. His old man is real strict. So it was just the four of us. Nah, BJ don't play on the team. He's too short. But the four of us hang together. We've been tight since 7th grade. So we get in the car, yeah, Andy's car, and we start driving around, just fooling around, having a good time, yelling out the window at old white ladies. It always freaks them out. Yeah, we was drinking, all except BJ. He don't drink. We had to put about 4 6-packs in the trunk of Andy's car before the game. Since the weather's been so cold, putting them in the trunk was as good as a cooler, so they was nice and frosty by the time we got to them. Yeah, all of us was drinking, except BJ, like I said. But Andy probably had the most. He was in a real good mood, 'cause this girl named Keisha had started going with him, and he was going over to her house after he took us home. After a while, the car started to sway, but I wasn't sure it was me getting dizzy, or if the car was really weaving across the expressway. At the time, it seemed really funny. We was laughing so hard, especially when people started honking at us. The more they tried to signal us and, I guess, warn us, the more we was cracking up and laughing. Rob had his feet up on the dashboard, partly acting silly, and partly 'cause his leg was so long that they got cramped in that little car of Andy's. Me and BJ was in the back seat. I was sitting right behind Andy, and BJ was sitting next to me, behind Rob, 'cause he had the shortest legs, and Rob could push the seat all the way back. Then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, this wall was in front of us, like it jumped out in front of the car, and Andy was trying to find the brakes with his foot, and then there was glass everywhere, and this crunching, grinding sound. My door flew open, and I rolled out. I remember I was crying and crawling around on my hands and knees. That's the only thing that got hurt on me. I got glass in my hands and in my knees. I got to my feet, and I helped Andy out the front seat. His head was bleeding pretty bad, and he was holding his chest like he couldn't breathe so good. I think he hit the steering wheel pretty hard. We could smell gas real strong. It made me dizzy, like the gas station smells when some lady don't know when to stop and she spills gas all down the side of her car. By that time, BJ had gotten out, and we was looking for Rob. He must have passed out at first, 'cause all of a sudden we hear this screaming. We ran around to the side, but the door was bent shut, and we couldn't get it open. All of us was screaming by that time, 'cause we could see his feet sticking through the windshield. His legs was cut and bleeding real bad. All we could see was this brand new Nikes sticking out the window, with the rest of Rob screaming and hollering stuck inside. So then Andy and BJ climb on the top of the car and start to knock the pieces out of the windshield out of the way, so we can try to get to Rob out that way. But then we hear this heavy, thick sound, like an explosion in a closed room, and Andy and BJ is knocked off the hood. Me and BJ grab Andy then, and we have to hold him back, 'cause the whole car is in flames, and Rob is still stuck inside, and we can hear him screaming, "Andy, Andy, help me, help me. Oh God, please don't let me die like this. Andy." He screamed what seemed like a long time. Then it was real quiet, All we can hear was the sound of the flames and little pieces of the car sizzling and burning, and then the sirens of the police cars. I think I passed out then. That's what I remember, and that's what I'll never be able to forget.